Does the idea of editing videos stop you before you even begin? Well, I've got your back because in this video, I'll share my favorite tool for editing video like a pro, even if you're a beginner. Hey there, I'm Donna Moritz from Socially Sorted and I help businesses get more traffic, shares and sales using visual storytelling. If you're new to this channel, hit subscribe below, and as always, all the links to the good stuff are in the description below, including a link to my favorite video creation tool, Wave.Video, and a special offer for my community. Let's jump in. Here is the homepage for Wave.Video and the Dancing Man. Now, I did do a complete walkthrough of how to use this tool a while back, and I will link to that video in the description. It's still worth watching. It goes through a lot of how to edit templates and create some cool videos. But the Wave.Video team are definitely keeping me on my toes, and they've made some very neat upgrades to some of the features. They've added new features, so some of that original video will have slightly older layouts, but it's generally still worth watching. What I want to do in this video is show you some of the new functionality within the context of 7 features that are really handy for beginners to start doing video editing. So let's jump in. I'm going to click on templates here. I'll give you a thorough walkthrough of the templates as part of this video, but this is where you will often start. And I'm going to start with this simple podcast show. All right, as you can see, there are many aspects to the dashboard, and the thing that I love about all of them are that they're easy to use. You barely need a tutorial to use this tool. My kids can use this and I didn't show them anything, they just worked it out. So everything is very easy to find. Up here I've got my favorites for different sizes. I can change to landscape or Instagram stories, and over here I can select from more than 30 different sizes. As you go down here, this is all your important dashboard elements. So adding videos and photos from their huge stock library, I'll come back to that. Then you can edit here in your editing dashboard. And this is, again, very intuitive. So I can click on some text here and all of these text features pop up. And, you know, everything from fonts to text effects to whether or not the text is grouped and all the colors. And then if I click on the image, different functionality pops up. So I can then zoom in on the image or zoom out. I can change the color filter. You can see here there's already a pink color filter applied, and lots of different effects on the photos themselves to make them video-like if you don't have a video as your background. So many cool things. I can crop and I can actually change that video or image really easily. So when it comes to your editing down here, I can easily grab an element and move it around. So that is very, very cool. And then you can edit things like adding in stickers and text and things like that. So also the transitions here, very easy to change. So that's the editing dashboard. And then you've got other elements like graphics and stickers where you can add in the stickers from Wave as well as Giphy stickers, or upload your own stickers with a transparent background. Add your own logos. So you can upload any image with a transparent background, really, so that's very handy. And then of course music, and again, a huge music library. Now that's a very quick run through, but I'm sure you can see even with that very fast overview that it's very easy to use this tool. And now we're going to jump in and show you some of the features, my 7 favorite features that will allow you to edit video like a pro, even if you're a beginner. Easy editing is a deal breaker for me. I want to be able to move things around, change text, add images, and not have to think too much. I have used ScreenFlow for a number of years, but as far as a tool that's great for beginners, I really love Wave.Video for this. So I'm going to choose this template and we will edit it easily. Okay, so I have a Facebook size image here and I want to change it to something that is more suitable for a quote that I can use in a couple of places. So I'm going to choose an Instagram square quote, and I can easily click on any of these sizes as I said, but I'm going to go for a square quote, and then all I have to do is change out this text. Okay, so I have my quote, but I don't think a library image is going to cut it. So now I'm going to switch that out. So I just click on the image somewhere and you'll have the image panel show up over here. Click on replace. Now, to save a little time, I've already chosen an image from the library. We will come back to the library as one of the key features that I love. But just for now, I'm going to click favorites, which is also another feature that I love. So as you're going through all these images and you find images or video that you love, you can add it to your favorites, which will save time later in editing. You can see I've been doing taco videos at some point. Okay, so I'm going to replace that video. And then it will open up my editing panel again. And now I have my video. So let's do a little play. Now I really like that look. I love that hyperspace video. It's very Han Solo, but the music doesn't fit. So let's change the music. I'm going to go up here to the music section and add some music. And I'm probably just going to search for Star Wars. Here we go. I'm just going to choose Wars in the Stars. It looks like it might work. Let's see how that sounds. Awesome. Now I might want to just fade in or out the music a little bit, just so it trims off at the end and doesn't sound like it immediately cuts out. I can leave that volume up if I think that's adds impact. Just remember, a lot of people will watch with the volume off. So as you can see, you can do a lot with Wave.Video. Now I will come back to pricing later in this video, but just in case you want to access it now, you can go to the link in the description, and I have explained some of the pricing there, because sometimes pricing changes or plans change. Now with Wave.Video, to be fair, whenever they have changed the pricing, they did a big overhaul recently, it has always been to the benefit of the user. There's more features included, or the pricing is more reasonable. In fact, you can get loads of features on the free version, including removing watermarks, right up to having agency level plans where you can create videos for clients at very, very reasonable monthly rates or annual subscriptions. So I'll put that pricing in the description below. I'll go into it a bit more at the end of this video, but I just wanted to mention that before I continue. Now, I want to show you a little bit about what you can do with text and why I love the text effects in Wave, and just go through some of those cool text features. As I said, you can do really fun things with text in Wave.Video. Now, all the usual suspects are here as far as functionality. You can change the fonts to something else that you like. Very, very simple. I can change that back easily. I can go in and change the background. So say with this, it might be fun to do something in yellow. I may choose to change all of these background boxes. There's many, many things you can do just at a basic level. But there are some cool things that sort of can elevate your videos and give that fresh animated effect that often takes a video from being very simple and maybe a little bit amateur to more professional. So one of those things is text effects. Now, currently, this video doesn't have any. It's just simple with the text on the screen. There's no effect here. You can see it says no effect. The reason why I like that for that particular quote is because the background gets very busy when we go into hyperspace. But if I didn't have a busy background, I might like to do some sort of different text effects. Now, these are really simple, but they can just really lift a video. You can have them swipe up from the bottom, swipe from the left, all the usual swiping. There's many, many different ones. So you can have some fun just checking them out. Some of them will look a bit silly. Some will be great. Now, as you can see, that one pulled in the yellow there because I have decoration listed as yellow. So some of those features come in depending on how you have your settings. But yeah, there's so many different ways that you can text effect, should I say, with these functions. Another thing I love about text in Wave.Video is the ability to group or free. So grouping was how it always was. You could only move text around as a group, right? And so if you used a template in a particular in a particular tool, it would often require you to only change the text in a particular format. You couldn't just freestyle that thing and move your text around. With Wave.Video, you are able to choose free and then move text around. And you can even do cool things like, change the angle of it and all of that good stuff. That might not work for this particular quote, but I can just change that back easily with the undo button. Okay, but I really love that you can freestyle your text. So if you're feeling a bit more confident, then you can do that. Now, one tip I will give you is that if you're not a confident designer or you're a beginner, then rely on the templates to help you. Now, you'll notice with this quote, I didn't move the boxes around, the text boxes, and start playing with it too much because I knew that the designer had put them in a really good position and it worked. It was easy on the eye. If you feel confident, you can start to freestyle your text a bit, but I do warn you that if you want to do things easily, sometimes using a template is the best way to go, and the designer's already done all the hard work for you. Maybe just change the background color or the font, but don't move it around. So that's my hot tip on text. I've just scratched the surface with what you can do with Wave.Video's text and text effects, but I want to show you one very cool thing. So if I wanted to add another section to this video, I just click here. Now, this is not ideally how I would do this video, but just for the purposes of showing you, I want to just grab this, and I'm going to delete these out because I don't need them now. I'll keep one of them. Okay, just this one. I'm going to change out the font to something that will look a bit like a neon sign, and I'm also going to reduce the bold back to regular. So now I have the start of a Star Wars quote, and I'm going to change the text to white and change the background to be transparent. Okay, so we just have some white text there. I can get rid of this. Wave.Video is great because you can just click on any element and then bring that up and then delete it, or you can add more text and align and that sort of thing. So I have this, but I want to switch out my video. So I'm going to click here and go to replace. Now I've added a video into my favorites again, just for the purposes of making this a little quicker. I found a really cool Star Wars-ish image. This is actually an image, not a video. And I'm just going to put my quote there. We're going to transform this text into a neon effect using shadows, or the shadow tool. So if I click here, you've got all these functions here, and I can do soft shadows, hard shadows, and glow effect. And if I just click that and keep the percentage at about 30%, you have a glow effect even with the white text. But because we've got the so-called lightsabers there, I want to play with it. So I'm going to just click shadow again, and we're going to change the color. Now here I could change it to a red, and one thing I want to do first though is I want to get rid of, I believe that photo has a color filter, so I'm just going to get rid of that just to make this there. See what happens when I do that. Now that was a beautiful image, but I think for this it's going to look cool to bring the blues through. So I'm just going to go back now to the text. Notice how I had to click between the image and the text tools. So now I'm clicking back on the text, go back into shadow, and I want to play around with the color of my text. Okay, so I'm going to pick these blues here and try and find something very similar to the blue lightsaber. Pull this across, and then I get a cool neon effect that has a blue background. Or I could also do the same thing with green. Now I'm just guessing here. You could use a color picker, match those colors, but I'm just going to do this as a guess just to show you. Now I'll go down to the green. That's probably a bit like it there. Now that actually looks pretty cool because you've got green contrasting against the background of the blue sky. So I'm going to leave it like that. One thing I can do to finish off is if I wanted to make this really fun, I could again have some sort of effect on the photo. Even though it's a photo, I can still give it some video effects. Okay, so I could do something like that. But the main thing I want to change here, because we're talking about text, is the text effects. So I've clicked on the text, and now I'm going to find something that suits this. So maybe not that. I think something like simple appear. I think zoom in. Let's go with zoom in. And that, my friends, is how you bring some neon text effect into your video editing. And may the force be with your video. Now, let's jump into the next feature that I love. It's all about stock. A feature of any video tool that really helps a beginner look like more of a pro video editor is the ability to access and use stock images or video. Now, obviously, one of the best ways to create video is to use your own video content, especially if you're doing behind the scenes or something about your brand in particular. But there's a lot of times when you can create content you don't need to actually have loads and loads of your own footage, or you can use footage from these stock libraries to add into your own footage. So this is an example of a stock library that is killing it as far as the options you have available. Now, Wave has over 300 million assets across video and photos, and they're pretty quality assets, and I rarely am unable to find something even from the free videos. I always search for free to keep an eye on what is coming up, and if you pay for videos, it's super affordable too. I'll add some more information in the description below so you can access the latest on the video and image stock. But when you come in here, it's very easy to get started. As I've shown you already with a couple of the demos, you come into the stock library through the left hand panel here and click add videos and photos, and that works in really well with the editor. And from there you can choose to either come in on a theme, so I can click on travel and access travel videos and photos. I can filter based on videos and images, or just videos or just images. And I can also filter, oh, that's nice. I can also filter based on price. So I can go from free up to paid videos. And the paid videos are so affordable based on what we've seen over recent years and just how expensive it is to find good quality stock footage. So if I come back out of here, I can go back into the main menu and I can search. So I just wanted to give you one quick hot tip for finding great video. Now, firstly, it all comes down to the way that you search. So by this I mean searching with more detail. If you just put in city, you're going to get something very different to if you put in New York City and add more detail. So let me show you an example. If I add in here New York, I'll get a whole bunch of different videos and images show up. And I can, again, let's just focus on video for now, for example, or maybe let's just add in both. So we'll get videos and images. And it's very easy to see which is a video because you'll have the number of seconds on there. And notice I've got this set to free, and I'm getting a lot of examples and a lot of different perspectives and beautiful imagery. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Of New York City. Now, if I want to go one step further, I could do something like add some more detail. So say I want New York streetscape. And this is going to give me more content that's about the streets of New York versus maybe the water or the Statue of Liberty. I can also do something like coffee, New York coffee, and I'm starting to get some cool perspectives. You know, people, you can click on any of these to get a preview. People walking New York streets, good B-roll in between footage. If you can have people jogging, I think he's going for a jog. Oh no, he's going for a walk. You can also do things like New York point of view. That might give you some different aspects of looking up or looking down, or maybe we'll capture some drone footage, some feet shots. So that will give you lots of different perspective about New York. Or I can do things like drone. And again, you're getting more detail, more specific videos. I can see this beautiful shot here of going over the bridge. And if I had been in New York and I'd missed something like that, that would be a great thing to add in. I could even go one step further and get really specific and add in something like the Brooklyn Bridge and see what comes up. Okay, so you're getting a lot of different, oops, I just added that. You know, a lot of really cool overhead shots, very, very, very easy to find great footage. And don't forget all the other features I mentioned before. You can search in the library, then you can add videos to your favorites for accessing easily later. And you have a list of all of your purchase videos that you can go back and use again based on the license. and of course uploads. So I've uploaded a lot of video and images to use in my videos. So that's a quick run through of the library. It's awesome, and hopefully that gives you some more tips for using stock images or video. And I will add the link to an article below that you can use to find out more tips for searching effectively. Let's jump into the next feature. And when it comes to music, it's just like the stock photos and videos. There's thousands of tracks in here. You can search under categories again, or type in keywords to search. Up the top here, you have your favorites. So you can see I've grabbed a few different tracks here that I've added in as I've been searching around, because sometimes it's really hard to find them again. Now, again, you can upload your own music as well. I've had some other stock content that I've uploaded. The good thing about music is that you can start to get smart to search. So another hot tip is, just like stock photos and videos, the more detail you add, the better your search results will be. So do you want it to be fast music or slow, or do you want it to be ukulele, one of my favorites, or do you want it to be country or rock or classical or instrumental? There's many different ways to search for music, and the more confident you get with searching, the better your search results and the more detailed, and then you can find similar tracks to use in maybe a series of videos. So this is a really great resource, and it's all within Wave, and it will help take your videos from very amateur to pro very quickly, and you don't have to pay for it, and they're licensed for commercial use. It's all awesome. Another way that you can add personality to your videos and just really lift them a little is through adding overlays. They can be stickers, GIFs, animations, any sort of overlay on your video that adds personality. So I've chosen this template here. We're going to change it to horizontal and then edit it to add some stickers from within Wave.Video. Okay, so here's a video template, and it's basically a walkthrough of the different types of waffles that you can try. Very drool worthy. So I'm going to add a sticker to the video. So what I do is I come to graphics and stickers over on the left hand panel, and you'll see the Wave stickers load up. So there'll be a bunch of Wave stickers. Let me see, let's put this one. Now if I click that, it will come up here on the video, and I can move it around. I'm going to just put it here. Now, if I come down here to my video tools and this segment, I can see that if I click on the video, I get the whole thing, or I can click on just the text, or I can click on the sticker now, and I can change that sticker duration. So this entire length of video segment is 2.5 seconds. This is coming through at the start. What I might do is just move it over a little bit so there's a little bit of a gap, and then the sticker comes on. Let's see how that looks on the template now. Now, if I want to add a longer duration on my segment, I can just click on it, drag it out to an extra half a second or a second, and then I can also adjust the duration of my sticker. So it's very easy to drag and drop your durations here. Another note down the bottom here is if you ever want to record your voice and do a voiceover, you can click this little microphone and it will record a voiceover. So I could literally record myself talking about how to do something and save it as the video. So that's really handy if you don't want to get out other audio recording equipment. Now, other than those stickers, we also have Giphy stickers. So you can add a sticker from Giphy. Let me just choose a different section, go back into our stickers and add a sticker. So I'm just going to put this girl here and see how that looks. Okay, so probably what I would do is extend her out a little bit. Okay. So that's how you can add stickers. One last way that you can add them is to upload your own. So you can see I've added a whole bunch of images with transparent backgrounds, and this is great for adding logos or any sort of image that you can even then animate on your main video. So that's stickers. They're great for adding personality and can really lift your video. Let's jump into the next feature. A really easy way to take your videos to pro quality level is to have your brand assets at your fingertips so that you can easily stay on brand and include them in your videos. Now, there's a number of reasons why you might do this. Having your brand assets consistent, like logos and fonts and different colors, helps your audience to recognize your videos. It also means that you can work more efficiently because you're able to grab those things quickly. So one thing I like about Wave.Video is it allows you to do that. And on the paid plans, you're able to, let's just move that, you're able to add your logo straight from here. So I've uploaded my logos, so I can just add this in, or I can change it to a color. It's very easy to upload your logos from your desktop. Now that's on a paid plan to actually have your logos accessible like that, easily grabbed, ready to use. And the other thing you can access on some of the paid plans is to have your brand kit set up. So if I click on here, manage brands, I can see that I've set up my socially sorted brand. So I have uploaded my logos. I've got my colors here so I don't have to be hunting for hex codes all the time. And I've got my fonts. Now, one of the fonts is available in Wave.Video. The other one I have uploaded. It's a brand font that I've purchased. So I'm able to do that on the paid plan, but if not, you can maybe choose some fonts that match up pretty closely to your brand fonts. And there are many fonts in Wave, so that makes it really easy. You can also designate what your main text styles will be, and you can get really granular with some of these settings like backgrounds, what you prefer your backgrounds to be, highlights, and text. Now, these things can be changed in the moment when you're creating a video, but it's good to just set some templates so you can come back and use that straight off without having to set your main text and your background color. Now, the other thing that you can do here is just test the preview to see what it looks like and then play around with it. So that's my setup for my brand fonts. You can come brand assets. You can come down here and see some examples of other brands and see how it all works. So if you're interested in doing a lot of videos for your brand, then this is a really great way to go. And generally, as long as you can have at least some assets at your fingertips, it allows, like I said, not only for your community to recognize your videos, but also for you to work more efficiently. So definitely try to keep some of your brand assets ready. You can do that easily with Wave.Video. And although all your videos won't necessarily be in brand colors, you can mix it up. It does help you stay on brand. Let's jump into the final feature. Now, when you're creating video, you might be lucky and know exactly what you're creating. You might be doing a series of behind the scenes video and you don't need much extra inspiration. But for most of us, it's good to have some sources of inspiration. So I want to run through a couple of those, and two in particular are part of Wave.Video. And the first one is templates. So if I click on templates up the top here, I will get templates under a whole bunch of different categories, and I can then search based on what I'm looking for. So I've got business templates here. And then as you scroll down, you'll see different types of holidays. So there are Christmas templates, Halloween, Independence Day, etc. And go right down here to things like travel. Now, all of the templates, in fact, are free to use. However, some of them you'll see this little icon here, and this is basically saying that this template is, if I can open it, this template is a premium template because it contains premium stock assets. So you don't have to pay in advance to use a template. You can switch out your own videos or photos if you like, or choose free photos or videos from the stock library. But that's just a little heads up that that's what that means. So that's a really awesome resource when you're creating your video for inspiration. And the second feature or resource is the content calendar. So if I come up the top here again and click on calendar, it opens up a monthly calendar where I can look at different celebrations for each day of the month. And it includes video templates that I can click on and edit, as well as hashtags or ideas for marketing. So I can click on any of these pages and it will open up a description of what the day is. So National Avocado Day, some ideas about talking about avocados, whether it's guacamole to avocado toast, and also hashtags you can use. So that's a really great resource. And then I just have to click edit on the template and edit that template as usual. So the content calendar is a great resource if you're looking for ideas for posting about different topics, or at least holidays and topics that are relevant to your audience. And if you're looking for more social media holiday ideas, I have a series of blog posts on my blog for social media content calendar or holidays based on whatever year you're looking at them. So they'll be updated annually. So with this one here is the full calendar. And as you scroll down, we've got a big infographic with a summary and then links to all the other months. Another blog post while I'm here that might prove useful is my ultimate list of 99 video ideas to inspire you. So we've rounded up 99 different ideas for everything from channel intro videos to explainer videos, fun fact videos, what else? Making sense of stats videos, explaining concepts or ideas, including some demonstrations and examples. So there's 99 of those, and I'm sure you'll find that post quite useful as well. And as always, I will add the link for these into the description below. Okay, let's wrap it up. So in this video, we have covered easy editing, being able to use a tool that makes editing super easy, no training required, how to add cool text effects to your videos, stock, the importance of stock photos, and why you need to learn how to search for great video and audio stock efficiently and effectively as well. Funky music, you need to be able to access great music and licensed music in your library, and using stickers to add personality, so stickers or overlays and how to use them. Being on brand, why it is important to be able to access your brand assets really easily at your fingertips. So your logos, your fonts, your colors, all that good stuff. And inspiration for days, where to go to find great video inspiration ideas for what to create and celebrations to highlight in your videos. So with that, I hope you have fun creating a video, and I hope your editing game gets lifted a little bit. If you want to find more information out about Wave.Video, I've included it in the description below, including some information on the different plans to help you find the best plan for your business, and an offer for my community. I hope you enjoyed this video on Wave's easy editing features. Now, if you would like more quick and easy video creation and video editing tips, then check out the videos in the series to the side, and I will see you in the next video.